Linguistics, a language of flowers. It isn't the what, but the know-how. Applied wisdom, acquisition of formulas. What's that? Our current system is a proclamation of facts. What the observer has acquired from watching does not qualify them as acts. And I ain't doing anything, there's an inheritance of patterns. Processing your development as you stare into caverns. Predetermined practices work favorably to our planters. We dedicate less on facts, consider our observations to be insightful to our behaviors. Bloom like a flower bed without a try to write me out the history books. I laugh whenever I was shorthanded. I existed in the stenograph when the moon type is decided to spell cast like the spell of the bold-faced lives. The cold case and never remedy the attitudes. The words screaming from my skull face ignited like the growth space with the latitudes of platitudes. When the voice interjected, I intercepted the bi-camera roll. The voice that spoke through me and the voice that spoke to the other flower holes. The vision intercepted by the passerby like a window shopper getting gratified by my elaborate pattern throws. A stimulation in the extraordinary memory labs like a historical camera roll. Me, I keep it real. The luxuries we seek, our rainfall, a furry company nestled underneath. Nothing extinguishes the energy of electricity discharging from my speech. Let me take y'all to the memory that y'all so commonly beseech. The men of Mars sets the Garden of Eden. One tree they were so spent on meeting, I was the one they discarded as meaningless, cause they were dead on speechless. And I was eloquent, that chose quaaludes over colloquialism. Mild melodious symphonics and those days, wild rainbows, syntactic chessboard curves, resistant mergers, the firmament of religious fervor. Poured a calcination over every reservation that he would seek. He called it his belief, and he was dead on keeping it. And he was speaking loud, the language of flowers. Every time a cowboy came to town, a new wildflower was staring him down. It would work on him, he wouldn't work with it. Every time he'd kill it, he'd try to tie it down like he would tie the ribbon. The last thing he visioned was the flower's color dye up on his pigment. They both transpired to become united without an interruption from the mission, on the mission of Mars. Some see me as a thorn, but really I'm a leaflet. Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. I range colors from the mind frame, roll a message of marijuana. You eat scrolls, the dead is seven, in the metal of my objects. Wrapped in golden vine screams, stories of the object. Passion stabbed the cactus, when I flow my message dies. You smell me, acquired taste, fire of exchange, house and energy in. Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. A million ways to remember, a new pulse of Futurama. When I spring another change up, transient cherry blossom. Hiawatha brought the yellow sun to brighten up the violet. Renew the Kiku, no longer in grief view, being Satori with my partners. Hana Kotaba, 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 Hana Kotaba. Some see me as an overnighter, but been in the turnbuckle, engraved like a fiery matrix. I really wish you didn't miss your lover. Had to unbury the Cantera to reach into the opal fields. It was with you like the Pantera, equiposed for a golden yield. Some see me as a polar tyrant. They bit their bliss in the wild segue. The stars marked, it's not a gateway. Don't throw away the broken heart. Join the peace with Kensuke craftsmen. Place the gates and mend it gently. At once it was sought by movie actors. Then the practice you devote is trendy. Tell them what you lack for. Mr. Hall Restoration gave up steps for finished products. The lighter foots lay on the blue bell. Be thankful with this Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. I am as gentle as the honeysuckle, always with my purple rain gay. Far away but doesn't May. April jokes are for the pious. Morning glory, willful promising. Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. Hiawatha brought the yellow sun to brighten up the fire. Renew the Kiku, no longer in the grief view. Being Satori with my partners. Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba, Hana Kotaba. In your throat is a treasure trove of tones, sensory notes to the flora and the fauna. Lion-hearted Arthur, threatened by Morgana. Morgana's agony and pride, with my senses deprived. I let my feelings in a Tussie Mussie, while I try to rewrite my destiny. It feels real without a store clerk, with a mouth full of her own mirth. Come on, mirror me, oh stardust, so I can come down to earth. It's dreamy as a leather mirror chip. Chill, I can't relax, I'm just a man inside a bubble with a leaking connector patch. I get the message in the color code, and the scepters are all tone deaf. Receivers tell me that they love me. The aroma is my only. A refrigerated chamber with no time for last discussions. Sometimes you gotta start negative to see some succession. I can see the world in a succulent. Tussie Mussie tells me that you're loving it. Double talk to the nuclear, I'm still unsure. It's delicious as you want me. Aroma oil covered up my earth, like a Tussie Mussie on my silver cord. Wrap me up in your repetitor, I'm still unsure. Tussie Mussie, let's a mercy search. Elang, Cassia cassette tapes, sandpaper kisses, champagne, Shakespearean endgame. Red Dead Redemption, he'd shoot it through his redwood pipe horn, cherry colored bullet point. A lesson on the essence shortage. She got magnolias on her message board. In midsummer with the peppercorn. Coronation on the tulips, let my freak flag fly. A grapefruit peels her shirt back, a birchwood keeps a watchful eye. A dragon keeps the gold hoarded, in case someone wants to build a spaceship so they can board it. The first thing the little prince did on his lonesome planet was take the seed of Sinsemilla and try to plant it. Yeah, twist the Tussie Mussie, broadcast, keep renewing, keep the fluid rushing. Sing a smoke single, had once to all his neighbors. It was the thing they needed to get out of sensory deprivation chambers. The world in a succulent. Tussie Mussie tells me that you're loving it. Double talk to the nuclear, I'm still unsure. It's delicious as you want me. Aroma oil covered up my earth, like a Tussie Mussie on my silver cord. Wrap me up in your repetitor, I'm still unsure. Then Tussie Mussie, let's a mercy search. Let's a mercy search.
First phase is preparation.
He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenics. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenics. You're not perennial? Through the continua? He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenics. On planet X, puffing cancer cigarettes, forging scripts, serving Xanax. Opiate addicted when the pain is over. Now the lane is cobra when the man is hex. Shady luminance in a panic room when the shadow looms. It's Pan's labyrinth. Panacea within nature's plants, kicking habits with an entheogen. A plant that grows in a tropical storm reduces to topical ointment. Caduceus mixing the poisonous potion, turn over relief towards a mystical lotion. The drifter's neurosis identifies with miserable focus. The business egoic, clipping your wings and convicting your growth, giving your truth to a cyclical host. Commune with the fuse of the muse that transmutes all forms into views of the garden. Bloom through the view of a mutable future, removable blues with the darkness. In the sky like a centerfold. Centerfold. Open your tentacles. Life is a way of bringing you back to the suitable hues of the cosmic. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenical. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenical. Breathe like a radial. Through the continua. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenical. Look within the Rosetta Stone, you see why, papaya, ride. Leviathan came to thicken out the size. Now we wind, die. The cure can't rap like a Peter. The stone of syncretism, the colon tone of your Coptic cross. It's the school of thoughts, it's crossed up like Latifah. Been stripping down to a show for girls like a demi-urge. Just play a gray or ash tint. Relationship is Neoplatonist, I'm the Vedas Aztec. Concentrated magic. You twinkle under the fine grain, the lamp in the alabaster. A piece in the night, open the neural password. She line warrior within, playing drums to all of their sis drums. Coming to believe she an entheogen, one we can never get a feel of. Open the doors to perception, feel like puffing the Huxley. Brave new worlds will never thrive when contaminant's dusty. The experience is modified because it's psychic reality. Material's not denied, forgiveness comes gradually. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenical. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenical. Breathe like perennial, through the continua. He a millennial, she a millennial, entheogenical.
Any transformative experience, there are three important phases, and the third one is the processing afterwards. We are animals, we are beautiful living mammals on a garden planet. The pleasure and the joy and the ecstasy of that reality is our birthright.
You sent into the future, collected in the hub with 431 blues. You handed your love of your lifestyle. The diamond of your light moves, ultra centrifuge, rotating blues that have spliced out. The alignment of your moves, unblock residues with the flower of light that is iced out. I write pictures with sound, the picture establishes the sound quality of my lifestyle. Depending on how your lights sound, the world of your car, divine child, console union, soulmates, recourse into new moon, the cold fusion, blending of your whole soul, the fine blueprints, see into the whole soul, the growth of the flower chart, the soul sparks, the gold 431 blues, it's the cold fusion, marry your life down to the gold cubic, carry your life out through your own music, 431 blues, it's the cold fusion, 431 blues, it's the cold fusion, color of my lifestyle, the gold cubit, carry your life out through your own music, color of my lifestyle, it's the cold fusion, it's the flower of my lifestyle. Each eye holds a legend. Each room has an atmosphere that extends through the laughing mirror. Get back into your action chairs. Each room builds some characters. You into new diggings. It ties your cold silence. It is pure and it's resounding. It's the dance you have, it's no folly. It's no acid trip, it's no molly. Or propulsion with the matching strip. It clears out my asthma. It's the draft that shifts and rolls. It blows out the daftness without the road disaster. You wanted to get in that max speed. Think it's all parts, the whole piece. The photonic belt that holds the soul key. Ecliptical winds that blow seas. Star form sacred tree. There are too many stars within parsecs to deal with one galaxy. Golden gate around my neck, galaxy running through my wrist. Come from nothing, turn a board. Universal elixir, front and center of my wheel. It's a real Galactic Center. Front and center of my wheel. It's a real Galactic Center. Pulse the center through the balance in my dish. With the fire, I collided, I exist. Plasma running through my wish. Front and center of my wheel. It's a real one. Merge, stirring, turning in the fifth dimension. And every breath you take is a key to your reception. The energetic shockwave, they propel a service engine. Life is purpose driven, the wheel is directionless. Throughout each recession, it's your accompaniment. Dropped off to do tireless so you can carry on. The song we got in silence is this the fireball inside. It's the 3-star equivalent to the one that nourishes. The flower flourishes as you find your galactic center stage. This voice is an instrument. The air reads with the breath speaks. Words are picked so freshly. Recorded, mixed, then press me on invisible tape. Each note is shaped like the feeling of shared intimacy. You are what you're made of. Every breath free. Disciplinary. You are what you gave up to have what you are made of.